Good morning, everyone. Happy New Year. Welcome to Chair Yoga with Olivia here at North Presbyterian Church in Williamsville, New York. If this is your first yoga class, congratulations. I hope you have a wonderful experience and will join me every Wednesday. Today, yoga is really about breath. We've added all the postures to it, but it's really about prana, about breath. And so today we're going to take a little more focus on breath, perhaps than we usually do, because once we begin to breathe very consciously, we begin to feel calm, less anxious, less fatigued, which is going to lead to good health, good digestion, lower blood pressure. So we have the energy to work, to play, and live life more fully. So today we will start on the chair with some good breath work. And then we're going to stand and take some very basic movements, adding that conscious breath to it. And there'll be things that I think you could actually practice when you're at home. But once we get, it's sort of like this. Once we get that movement and that breath together, my hope is that when we move into the yoga postures today, you'll still that you'll still have that muscle memory, so you can remember to keep the breath flowing very conscientiously, create that good health, so that we can have enough energy to work and play and live our life fully. All right, so a chair without any arms. If you're in a comfortable place where you can take your shoes off, I would invite you to do that to really connect with the earth, and grab some water, because I will encourage you to drink water throughout the workout. So I'm going to make a switch in the music and we'll get started. So do come to your chair. Too many devices. Oh, I have two more things I have to tell you. Sorry. I even wrote them down and forgot. Down in the lower right-hand corner of this screen is a button that says subscribe. And if you push that, it'll then say subscribe. But it will also help you find this YouTube channel faster, like if you're not practicing it with me right now at 10:30 on Wednesday. It just made it a little bit easier. Or even when you are, you'll find it. It may even come on YouTube as something is live right away. Okay. The other thing is, if you are Silver Sneakers, brand new to Silver Sneakers through Blue Cross Blue Shield, Independent Health, or United Healthcare, and you haven't given me your information, date of birth, zip code, phone number, please do so. I'll get you in my system, and everybody benefits, if you know what I mean. Okay. The other thing is, those of you that are Independent Health, new to Silver Sneakers, I am going to be teaching a mat yoga class on Mondays, but starting January 18th. So not today. I think some of you signed up, tried to sign up today, but not till January 18th. If you're interested in that class and the other classes that Jody Harris is going to be teaching through Independent Health, send me an email and I'll get you the information, how you register for that. I am working on those classes for everybody else as well. I'm waiting to hear back from Silver Sneakers, and also I just got a new iPad, one of the bigger ones, so it'll be easier for me to do a Zoom class than right here on my phone. Okay. Have a seat. And we'll get going here. Where is that? Oh, maybe we'll just stay with this. Okay. All right, so coming out to the edge of your seat, if you would, please. So you can really feel the rib cage move all around when you're sitting out. When you're sitting back against it, you won't feel what I want you to feel. Relax the neck and shoulders. Sit tall in the sit bones. Pull the belly in. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth, through the nose. All right. And then find your hands, whatever feels comfortable to you. If you'd like to take one hand on your heart, left hand on your heart, right hand at your belly, do so. That's fine. You will feel the things move like I want you to, but you can also have hands palms up or palms down. All right. So closing the eyes, if that feels good to you as well, will help you center, remove out anything else that might be distracting to you. And then just begin to breathe how you normally would. Eyes are closed. So now, what I want you to do is let's make an attempt to breathe into the right rib cage. In case you wondered, I just turned the music down. I felt it distracting to me. So breathing into the right rib cage. And then let's breathe into the left rib cage. And again. All right, now breathe into the back rib cage. So you're going to feel that back expand. This is what you can't do in the chair, so you need to be sitting away from the chair. And so for last breath, let's take left hand at your heart, right hand on your belly. Breathe into the heart space. So the front of your body, you'll feel the belly move a bit, feel the breastbone lift. And quietly release the hands down towards the sides of the body, palms to the front. Open the eyes, soft gaze. So that'll be the breath work for today. Next week we'll move into something else as well. But tipping the head over towards the right, what I want you to do is slide that left arm out, palm facing the left wall. And then curl it back in, fingertips make a fist, and then take it right back out. You'll feel some nice tingling in through the shoulder, maybe the neck, and the arm. Again, one more time, and back. And then we'll switch to the other side without moving the shoulders at all. Simply tip the head over, and then send the fingers out. Palms to the right wall, palm, and right back in, and then again, same thing. This is where I notice I have two different sides, and you may as well. And as always, we begin to find what feels good, always. Work in your own range of motion, your own pace, your own space, and right back in. All right, so keeping the arms open, I'm going to press my knuckles back just a little bit so the shoulders are drawing back. And we're going to take this semicircle right here, half circle, right in the front with the head. Chin to your chest, come up to ear at one shoulder, and then the other side. You have a tight spot, you want to stay there a little bit, by all means do so. And one more time. All right, so let's try the same thing again. Let's tip over to the right, and now we send that left hand out, curl it back in. One more time. Does it feel any different now? Have you loosened anything up? And back in. And then we'll go to the other side. Same thing. Don't move the shoulders, just the head. Send the palms out and right back in. Extend those fingers out. You're going to feel a lot of interesting sensations, I suspect. And one more time. And right back in. All right, lifting the head back up. And then we're going to circle just the shoulders around. Again. And then back to front 2 times. Stretch across that back. Now, what has happened to your breath? Is it still as smooth as it was when you started? Let's get the elbows involved. You want to absolutely connect the breath and the movement. That means you would slow this down, and please feel free to do that as well. Or you just want to focus on smooth breath, a little quicker movement, that's okay. But focus on smooth breath. One more time. And release. All right, let's take the arms out, flip palms up, palms down. And again, up and down. And one more time. And down. And then let's leave them back up. Deep breath in. Now, as if you're going to wash the wall, forward fold, reach the palms back, and then reach the palms forward and up. And again, so add this little hinge forward with it. Inhale. And this is one of the movements I want you to connect with your breath. So move at the pace of your own breath. Finish the exhale before you turn around and inhale. Finish the inhale before you turn around and exhale. One more time. It's like you're washing the wall and the floor, and then right back up. Deep breath in. Okay. Reach for that left wrist. We're going to arc over to the right. Lift that left elbow. And then we'll go the other way. Switch hands. So the hands can be in front of you here, that's fine, or over your head, depending on your flexibility, range of motion. And then circle the arms down. All right, let's add just a little twist to this. So it's like you're going to wash the wall here, side to side, lifting with the elbow. Take your gaze towards your elbow here. And I am breathing one way and exhaling the other. If you want to move this a little bit faster, then just keep that breath nice and steady. One more time. We're going to leave that left arm there and follow by the right. And now choices. You can take hands here, 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 or here, or here. Or we're going to hinge over. So I'm inhaling as I come back to the center and exhaling over, squeezing the ribs a bit. Let's leave that arm up there. We'll follow it with the other one. Hinge forward and forward fold. We're going to halfway rise. So slide up the legs. Let the heart come forward. Slide back down and reach forward. Come all the way back up. Let's do it again. We forward fold. Halfway rise. Slide back down, reach forward. Come all the way up. And now circle the wrist down. How'd we do on that? All right. We're going to lift up. Let's take this first with the foot. So what I want you to do is just lift the heels off the ground. You may need to tuck the feet underneath. And then just rock one heel down and then the other. So a little stretch in the low leg, a little through the Achilles there, calf muscle. Yeah. And a little flexibility through the toes without a lot of pressure on them. So if you have feet that give you trouble, it's a good way to get that flexibility without a lot of pressure on the feet. Okay, one more time. All right, we're going to leave that left heel up and then lift the leg from the ground. Okay, so you're going to settle back into the sit bones just a little bit there. Circle the ankle. Now, choices. You can grab here, you can grab here. I want you to sit up nice and tall, and then exhale, press the leg out. Sit up nice and tall. Maybe even lift the knee up a little higher to the ceiling, and exhale, but keeping that back straight. So on the tip of the sit bones. Deep breath in, exhale. For now, that back stays straight. If I remember, when we finish, we'll round the spine. And again, one more time, and out. All right, bring it right back in, and let's get a little circle in that hip. Again, you can grab underneath. If just moving it back and forth on the ground feels better to you, do that, or circle it around. But get a little rotation, little movement in the hip. Get the juices flowing in the body. One more time. Release. Okay, up comes the other leg. And now we take an inhale, lifting upward, the knee towards the ceiling, pull underneath if you'd like, and then exhale out. You can support it or not. It's up to you. Deep breath in. Exhale. Deep breath in. Extend that leg, press out through the heel. That leg can come low into the ground if you want. Deep breath in and exhale. Ooh, my hair's tickling me. One more time and out. All right. And now let's take this circle. So I'm going to ask once again, how is your breath? Do you have a catch in it, or are you keeping it nice and smooth and very connected? One more. All right, slide it right back in. We take a deep breath in. Exhale, we're going to forward fold. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, release back and circle sweep all the way up. Okay, hands to the heart. We're going to stand up. Remember, you have choices. Here, here, using the chair. But that belly comes in and the pelvic floor lifts when on an exhale when we lift. Deep breath. Exhale, push through the feet. Coming into our standing mountain pose. Beautiful. Beautiful. Nice and tall. Feet are on the earth. Connect with the earth. Maybe even lift the toes up and press all 10 of them down into the ground. And then take the weight back to about the front part of the heel. Keep that baby toe on the ground. Maybe even think about lifting up through the instep, which is going to fire on the legs a bit, even though I'm pressing my big toe mounds down into the ground. Yeah. Tailbone draws downward. Belly comes in, pelvic floor lifts, the shoulders roll out, lifting up on the kneecaps. Put a smile on your face. Have you done that today? I hope so. And we take this deep breath in, reaching skyward. Sink the knees, bring the hands back to the heart. Maybe even dropping the chin. Lifting tall. And here's a forward fold. Soften the elbows, soften the knees. From here, halfway rise, slide the hands up. Now your choice. You can come up to the crease of the hip. Notice I'm a little more like a undone number 7, a little bit lower or even below the legs, below the knees. My knees are bent. The key to this is to have that flat back. So from the crown of the head to the tailbone, wherever I am, my spine is flat and my shoulders are pulled back. Deep breath in. We're going to circle sweep, pass through that chair pose for now. Deep breath in and circle the wrist down. All right. Grab a drink of water. We move behind the chair. And breathe deep. Let's see if I can get a little more volume here, maybe. Okay. So first, our downward facing dog. We'll come out of that in a minute, but let's get a nice big back stretch in and then some cat and cow. Gently on the chair, stepping the feet back. Now, navel towards the spine. And I want you to imagine somebody's going to pull your hips back. Soften the knees as much as you need to do that. Breathe into the back ribs, just like we did when we were seated. That belly is pulled in. Expand through the back. And one more. Right hand on top of the left. Let the hips push over to the right. And breathe. And then we'll go the other way. Same thing. Left hand on top of the right. Take that deep breath in again. You can open the mouth and sigh if that feels better to you. Exhale through the mouth. All right. Stepping into the chair. One little baby step. And we're going to take cat and cow. And I'm going to give you two choices. As always, you can stay right here, or you can come to the chair on the side. All right, I'm going to stay right here in the back. For those of you that haven't seen this before, feel free to move around to the chair, side of the chair. All right, so it's like you're going to push this chair over here, but don't, right? I want you to inhale, bring the heart forward, look right to your device, and then exhale, soften the knees, scoop the belly, round the spine, look down towards the knees. Coming out of this, flip the tailbone to the back wall, bring the heart forward, eyes up, and then exhale. Scoop the belly, bend the knees, tuck the tailbone down, even underneath you. And then release. Inhale, eyes up, heart forward. Every day, some cat and cow, please. It's one of the most beautiful movements, I think, to connect with your breath, because it's just so easy to do. I don't know how you could breathe opposite. Maybe I've been doing it long enough. And exhale. One more time. And exhale. All right, stepping in towards the chair. First, we're going to warm up the legs a little bit more before we get into this basic movement, okay? So standing next to the chair, you've always got it for balance, so please use it if you need it. And we're simply going to take this leg lift. It's like a great big march, all right? You could think of it that way if you'd like. And then, should you find balance, we're going to add the hand to it. But what I want you to do, instead of this nice steady up and down, I want you to slow the downward motion. All right, so the leg comes up, hold that balance, and slow it back down. Just like that. And again, Pay no attention to that woman who thinks she's doing this in your video. And again. So what I think is important to do is really come back to your breath, Olivia, so you can focus more. And again. One more. All right, so the legs get a little more warmed up there, right? So I'm going to give you this movement. We'll connect the breath with it in a second. But first, I just want you to bend the front knee, sit back into the heel, and then push forward. Switch to the other leg. Toe ball heel down, both toes facing straight ahead, and push forward. Toe ball heel down, and push forward. Deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Using the chair if you need it. Working a little on balance. A lot on breath. One more time, wash the wall. Right. Release the arms back down. Come back to mountain pose. I'm going to give you another variation as well. And I'm going to go behind the chair so you can use the chair if you need it. Feet first. You're going to step out to the side. You know what? I'm going to turn the toe out and then push back. Turn the toe towards the diagonal of your room and push back. And again, diagonal and push back. Deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. You want a little more? Hinge forward. So this would be like the next level. Hinge forward. Again, you've got that chair handy there if you need it. Just switch hands. And all the way up. Circle arms back down. come back to downward facing dog. My hope is that might be something you could use to calm. Take the gaze over and walk in to calm your spirit. Yeah? When you get anxious about things. Also, just to sort of energize the body too. Okay, so let's move into some warrior postures now. Taking the feet hip distance apart or wider. I didn't mean that. Chair width or wider is what I meant. Hands on the hips. Let's grab hold. First, let's do this. Take hold a little bit higher, not at the hips, but right there at the ribs. So my thumbs are resting right there, kind of at the bottom of the ribs where they attach to the spine. And then breathe into the hands. And then as you exhale, feel the ribs move together. Pull that belly in as well. One more. Let's turn that right toe. Slide the hands out. Come into our beautiful warrior two. Yeah, lovely. Head over, heart over, pelvis. Now, watch that we haven't leaned forward into this. We're going to back this up so the ribs are right over the hips. Arms are out. Okay. And with some breath, what I want you to do is straighten that front leg, lift. Exhale, sink into that knee. Inhale. The next piece of this is to pay attention where that knee goes. All right. Every time you bend that knee, be sure you can still see that big toe. Okay. So you haven't covered it up by buckling the knee in. And out. Keeping that head over heart over pelvis. You want to bring that back foot in a little bit so you can stay head over heart over pelvis just fine. Let's hold this warrior two. Turn the gaze towards over the two peace fingers on the right hand. And not only have you now lifted the arms, but lengthen the arms. And breathe. Connect with the earth. Lift up through the pelvic floor. Breathe up through the base of the spine and out the crown of the head. And we're going to come into reverse triangle pose. You may use the chair if you like, palm to the ceiling. You're going to straighten that front leg and lifting that right arm skyward. Use the chair if you need to. Firm up both legs here. They will hold you in this triangle pose. Tailbone draws to the earth. Breathe deep. As we come back to warrior two, we're going to come into extended angle. So let that wrist rest. You can use the chair if you need to, or lengthen that arm skyward. So once again, we don't simply lift, lengthen it. And if lengthening is a problem, splay the fingers out. That'll work good enough, right? Trying to get into the top of this. Yeah. Maybe that's better. I'm going to come right here for a moment so you can see that. Turn the gaze skyward as well, if you're able to. Let's level this out. All right, from here we're going to reach. Draw the fingers, wrist, elbow, shoulder, heart, shoulder, extend. It's like a bow and arrow. You're pulling on it. Draw it right back. And back. Again, two more. Notice that knee stays right over the ankle. You've got that muscle memory. You're holding firm in that bottom leg. One more time. And back. Deep breath in. Let's bring the hands back to the heart. Turn both toes to the front. We're going to take that inhalation exercise once again. So thumbs on the back ribs, wrap the little fingers around. It's like when I was teaching Pilates, it's like you're holding onto a great big ice cream cone. All right, so deep breath in, into the ribs. Exhale, belly in, shrink that cone. One more time. Shrink the cone. All right, so we turn the left toe and put the knee over the ankle, lift the arms, and then extend the arms. All right, everybody with me? Turn the gaze over the two peace fingers And then we're going to come back up. Go ahead and straighten that front leg. Should you feel like you want to lift the toe, go ahead and do so. And exhale back. Take a few of these. Get your focus on your breath. And then we'll move into the leg. All right? Okay. So what I want you to do is just drop your gaze downward to look as you bend that knee. Be sure you can still see that big toe. You've got that baby toe edge of the foot grabbing the earth. You're keeping head over heart over pelvis. And get that muscle memory to where that knee stays over the ankle. One more time, we're going to hold this warrior two. It's beautiful, it's lovely, fine length, fine height in the spine. Turn the gaze. Palm to the ceiling, hand on the chair. We lift into this reverse. Lifting up and straighten that front leg. Reverse triangle pose. Now you've got that chair handy there if you need it. This is my imaginary chair. Draw the tailbone down. Firm the legs up in this posture, please. Grab the ground with your toes. Everything from the navel down is nice and firm. Now we're going to come into our extended angle. So as we tip the arms, we bend the knee, hand to that leg gently, and reach skyward. Again, your chair is here. My imaginary chair is here if you need it. We're going to not only lift this arm, but lengthen it. If it's here, perfect. Whatever works for you. Your own pace and your own space. Find what feels good. What I would ask is you splay those fingers out, even if you're just sitting here looking at them. All right? It's okay. Turning the gaze if you can. Breathe deep. Progress, right? Not perfection, progress. Coming right back. I stole that from Shirley Spillman. Thank you, Shirley, for that. Now, bow and arrow. Match those fingers up. Reach beyond yourself and then draw them back. Wrist, elbow, shoulder, shoulder. Extend. Again, wrist, elbow, shoulder, shoulder. Extend. To the fingers, all the way. Fingertips together. Oh, belly in as you do this. And then again, get that head over heart over pelvis, reaching back. How lovely is that, huh? Deep breath in. Turn both toes, bring the hands to the heart. Hands on the hips this time. A little chest expansion. We're going to sink into the knees and hinge forward over the chair. Now, use the chair there if you need it. It's just fine. Coming right back up. And again, hinge forward. Use the chair if you need it, or keep the hands on the hips. My heart, my throat comes to the chair, but chest is lifted, spine is long. And right back up. All right, come into downward facing dog. Walk your feet in. Stepping back. Oh my goodness. Take a deep breath in. Exhale through the mouth. You need a little wiggle here. I sure do. Go ahead and take it. And breathe. One more. All right. Taking the gaze over. No, we're going to stay here for a minute. So go right back down. Take one tiny baby step in so you can bend your elbows just a little bit. What I want you to do is release the right hand from the chair. So maybe lift it a half an inch off the chair. Turn the thumb to the ceiling. You've got your belly fired on. You've got your knees bent, and reach the fingers forward to me. It's a lot of work on the back. Lower the hand in 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and release it down and let it circle around. Okay, that's a lot of back work. You decide if it's going to work for you or not. All right. Other side. So my knees are bent. My elbows are bent a little bit too. Fire on the abdominal muscles. Send the fingers out. On the other hand, turn the thumb to the ceiling. And reach. Now continue that back breathing here because the belly is pulled in. And we lower in 3, 2, 1. Release it to the ground and just circle it around. All right. Take one baby step into the chair. We're going to take a little cat and cow. Deep breath in. Exhale, we round just to sort of release that back. One more time. And exhale. All right. Come around to the right side of the chair. We're going to take a twisted chair and a high lunge together. We're going to turn this into our balancing posture. Yeah, we got time. So nice and tall on the feet. Almost said the sit bones. On the feet into our mountain pose. Yeah. Smile. You got this. All right, so lifting the right heel. You can bring the hands to the heart. Keep one on the chair if you need to. We're going to lift the foot and shoot that foot back. Lifting the heel. So come into our high lunge first. Reaching up. Take this little baby arc over towards the chair. Thumb reaching to the back. And then draw that elbow back as if you were going to touch your tailbone with it. Turn the gaze. Circle sweep that arm. We're going to come into our airplane pose. So push off that back foot. Extend the arm out if you'd like. Deep breath. And should you find balance, releasing the other arm. Remember, the upper body's always in mountain pose. Stand up tall, putting that foot down, upward salute. And then hands to the heart, shoulders back, come into chair pose right here. So watch this doesn't happen, okay? I want you to keep the shoulders back. Keep drawing the shoulder blades down towards the tailbone if you've hinged forward. Now, lowering that right hand towards the thigh. We're going to take that left hand into the back pocket or use the chair if you need it. That's why I came around to the side of the chair. Roll that left shoulder around. Bring that belly in. Look back at your knees. Are they both facing straight ahead, or have you done some scoogie thing with them? Keep both of them facing straight ahead. That's a made-up word, scoogie. Breathing deep. Draw back a little bit deeper. Maybe bending the knees a little bit deeper. So now maybe you drop to the forearm or the elbow. Maybe you're comfortable enough in this position you'd like to release that left arm skyward. Lowering both hands back to the thigh muscles, tuck the tailbone, and round back up. Deep breath, forward fold. Halfway rise. From here, we're going to sink right back down and circle sweep. Okay. Let's come around to the other side. So you've got this chair handy because you're going to use it when we come into our chair pose. So first our mountain pose. Right here. Always right here, right? Lifting that left heel, hands to the heart. Use the chair if you need it. We're going to hinge at the hip and shoot that toe back. Keeping the heel up right to the ceiling. We rise up. Here's our high lunge. Here's our little arc. Use the chair. Great stretch in the front of that leg. Now we're going to twist just a little bit. Let that elbow draw back towards the tailbone. Circle sweep. We come into our airplane pose. I need to readjust here just a little bit. So toe faces the ground in the back. You're going to want to let this happen. See that? But keep it facing the ground. Should you find balance, shoulders back, upper body in mountain pose. And then drop that foot, upward salute, deep breath in. And here we come into chair pose. So feet are comfortably apart, toes facing straight ahead. Sink into this, hips go back. Breathing deep. Okay, so here we go. We're going to release that left hand down to the knee. Put the right hand on the back of the chair. Get that spine nice and straight. Draw that right shoulder back, belly in. Maybe take the hand to the hip. Maybe lower the bend in the knees a little bit so you come to the forearm, or maybe even the elbow, your choice here. And always releasing the arm. If that feels good to you, use the chair at any time for any hand. with that spine twisted, you really have to work at the breath. One more. Slowly come back to the thigh muscles. My knees are still bent. Tuck the tailbone and round up. We're going to take that deep breath in. Forward fold, halfway rise. Circle sweep. Coming all the way back up. And then circle the wrist. Add the fingers in there as well. All the way down. How nice, huh? Grab a drink of water. Oh, I got going there today, didn't I? It was fun. I hope you enjoyed. We're going to sit back down now. And a little more stretch on the legs. We'll come back with that piriformis stretch, of course, which I just love. My figure 4, half pigeon pose. So lifting up tall on that knee once again. This time, I want you to exhale and roll back towards that fleshy part of your seat. Scoop in that belly. Forehead comes towards the knee. And then coming right back up, go ahead and drop that foot down and lift the chest. One more time. Scoop the belly. Knee towards the nose. Did I say that right? Yeah. On the fleshy part of your seat. And this time as you come back up, I'm going to lift this foot. So my heel comes on the thigh muscle. You know, if you've had some hip replacement, hip trouble, knee trouble, this isn't part of your practice, I'm going to invite you to simply enjoy your breath and sit with it. Otherwise, I'm going to grab the outside edge. Let's grab the outside edge of the foot and gently on the knee. So I'm going to just I'm not lifting it off the leg. I'm just going to gently lift up and push down to get a little more stretch. So it's sort of down and away from the body here. Keeping head over heart over pelvis, most important here. Sitting tall on the sit bones. Feel that stretch. Now this is where we also need a lot of deep breath. This is a deep stretch. So bring it in through the nose. You can exhale through the mouth if you'd like. And then in through the nose and out through the nose. Be sure this left foot is flat on the ground and right underneath the knee, and you haven't buckled in on it. You want to take this deeper. By all means, move into your figure 4 stretch. Maybe it's a forward fold, maybe it's a twist. Let's take this leg out in front and slowly lower it down towards the ground. So be sure you are on the tip of the sit bones. I'm going to use my left hand on the thigh and hinge forward just about 90 degrees. You can put a bend on the leg if that feels good, and then bring the heart forward. I'm using the supporting leg almost like I'm pushing back on it to keep me in the chair so I don't fall out of it. Breathe. All right, maybe hinge forward, release down, roll back up, or just push yourself back up to sitting. Both feet on the ground. Put this right foot right underneath the knee, and we're going to lift up on the other leg. Deep breath in. Exhale, roll to the fleshy part of your seat. And then inhale, come back up. This is what I didn't do on the other side. I meant to. If possible, if this is accessible for you, tuck that foot underneath and press the front of the foot, top of the foot, in towards the ground. So you get a nice stretch down the front of the foot there. And then we do it again. Deep breath in, lifting up, exhale. And this time, we lift that foot up and over. Foot stays flexed always. Foot is under the right knee, and then gently, a little pressure, and I'm just going to hold on to the outside edge of that foot right there. For some reason, that just makes a difference to me. I don't know why, but it does. It's not like I'm actually pulling up on it. I'm simply holding it. How deep can you make that breath? Let's extend that leg out in front and lower it towards the ground. Again, situate so you don't fall off the chair. Hands on that right toe, that's a thigh, and lifting those left toes to the ceiling. We're going to hinge forward. Come to about 90 degrees, and you can bend the knee if you need to. And then let the heart come forward a little bit more. Feel a little deeper stretch. And you can either sit back up or release down, scoop the belly, and round back up. Feet on the ground. Walk yourself back. And sitting back into your chair, find a comfortable position to sit in. Let's take one more, fingers and toes. Keep them soft and supple. Yeah, and moving all the time, pressing out. Walk up the wall. And then let's lift. You've got this beach ball right here. I want you to resist it, push it in, and lift. And you can lower the legs as much as you need to sit nice and tall, lifting the chest with following the gaze up. And then slowly everything releases back down. That front body sinks to the back body. Take a deep breath in, exhale. And then coming back to your breath that I hope you never let go of. It was always in the forefront of your mind. This is what yoga is about right now. Reap the benefits of that stretch, those stretch hormones, those endorphins right now. Feel the calm come over you. Feel that anxiety leave. You have got the juices flowing. Follow it with your breath. When those thoughts come through your mind, those little bubbles pop up over your head, take a deep breath in. Let them pop and go away. For your breath is your peace. Stay anchored right there. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Open your eyes, soft gaze. Match the fingertips up, the heel of the hand, dropping your chin to your chest. My hope is today's practice has given you energy to enjoy the rest of your day. Remembering a heart at peace shall give life to the whole body. Namaste. Thank you all for coming today. I hope it was a good experience for you. Two things. Remember to subscribe down in the lower right hand corner of this video. And if I don't have your information, your Silver Sneakers information, please send that information to me. We'll both benefit from it. Have a wonderful week. I'll see you again here next Monday. And check your email later this week for more information on classes. Thanks again.